Alright people, welcome back. First of all, I'm just gonna say, yes, I know I was gone for a week. We're gonna ignore it, okay? Okay, great. So there are a couple new things happening today. The first one is, obviously they remade the home stable, and I read in the video, they said they completely remade it from scratch, which is interesting because it looks very similar to the old one, but that's just from the picture, I don't really know. Another thing is they redid the main menu, and I really don't like it. Why is it brown? Everything else has a blue theme. Like, I don't really understand why it's brown, but whatever. Like, I don't like it because it's brown. If it was blue, I think I'd like it more. But whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's just a menu. I'm kind of scared. Like, I wasn't gonna make a video about this just because, like, I kept seeing on Instagram, like, oh, it's not gonna be a big update. Like, other people were saying they weren't gonna make a video about it, but at the end of the day, it's our home stable. We haven't had a home stable updated in a really, really long time. So I might combine this with a different video that I have filmed, but I still wanted to get my reaction. Okay, picture's still the same. Whoa, it's so dark. The lighting is still weird. Whoa, okay, this is very strange. I don't even know what to say, it's so dark. I like it I actually really like it though. I think the stuff in the stalls is the same. Whoa, there's less hay. Wow, okay. Everything is like super outlined, like all of the wood is outlined. I think, is this different? I don't remember if this is different. I think this is different. Like the makeup stuff. This stuff looks the same. Yeah, the lighting is definitely still weird. This is still the same, unfortunately. Ooh, this looks different. Closet is still the same. I know I'm quiet, like this is actually very strange. It makes sense. It fits the new graphics more. Let's see if they updated here. I honestly do not remember if this is different or not. Oh, yeah, the feed pins. Okay, I love this. Okay, yeah, I really like this part right here. Yes, please, thank you. I'm excited to see what's in here. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, finally. They updated the tack in here. I'm so happy when they put saddle blankets. Oh, and helmets and all this stuff. This is awesome. What are these in here? Wait. Oops. I think these are like towels or something. Mounting block, boots, spray. I like the spray bottles. Okay, I love this. I'm so happy about this. This is like my favorite thing because it used to be so ugly in here. Like, seriously. Well, that's it. Well, I think that's all. I think I'm gonna combine this into a different video that I had planned for today, or it was actually planned for last Wednesday. So yeah, I'm gonna send you guys off to the next video, and I will see you guys next week when the new regions come out. I'm really excited. Bye. Welcome back to my channel, Charlotte Maple Song here. Today we are going to be doing a training time, and I'm going to be talking about your guys's favorite things about SSO versus maybe some things that you don't like so much. So I'm gonna be reading submissions from both Instagram and YouTube community page. Some of these are like really old because yeah, I kind of actually just forgot about them. Yeah, today we're gonna be training Rihanna. She's a cutie, obviously, we need her to be trained, and I'm gonna start with the submissions on Instagram, and then I'm gonna move to the YouTube ones. If you guys want to be included in videos like this in the future, please go follow me on Instagram. It will be linked in the description and also my bio, and then I'll also put it on the screen for you. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I will put it on the screen for you. Okay, so let's get started. I just got back from Buffalo Wild Wings. It was delicious. Yeah. It's dark outside. No thank you. We need all the positive vibes only. Whenever I train, I always do like the most XP stuff first. Okay, let's start. So this first submission is from Instagram, but the person wanted to be anonymous. But they said one of their favorite things about SSO was Sabine. Smiley face. I'm not sure what you mean by that. She's a dark rider, guys. We need to stop fantasizing about evil people. But like, I get you. No, because with the new like quests with Sabine, like during the equestrian event or whatever, SSO knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. They were literally like, they heard us simping over Sabine and they incorporated it into the quest line. And I honestly thought that was the silliest, funniest thing ever. I don't know if I should agree with this one. She's definitely like a interesting part about the game. I wouldn't say that she's like one of my favorite things about the game. Also, if you're wondering why I'm just running around, I'm looking for animals. Okay, the next submission is from Jasmine Whalecake, which, by the way, Jasmine, if you're watching, I'm such a huge fan, and I'm just a really big fan. But Jasmine said that one of her favorite things about SSO is the community. While it can be very toxic at times, it can also be very welcoming and a joy to be a part of. And this is something that I definitely agree with. This is one thing, like, I took a huge break from this game, but I took a really long break from this game because 1, I got busy, and 2, I just lost my sense of community in this game really quickly. And when I started playing this game, like that was like one of the biggest things that kept me playing, like, because I had genuine friends on this game. Like, me and 2 of my best friends made a club and we just goofed off and had fun all the time, and that I just have so many like good memories from that, and it was just such a fun time in my life. And unfortunately it didn't, it kind of fell apart pretty quickly. Drama, as is said in this, drama does happen, people can get toxic, but at the end of the day, it's just a really special thing that I really haven't found within another game. And and now, I came back in the game, with a different mindset. I was just like, what, I genuinely just like this game and I want to make content. But I found a club, and they have been such a fun club to be a part of, and it kind of just brings back that sense of community. And so I do think that the community is a really, really key part about playing this game. It's definitely one of my favorite parts too, although sometimes, it can be a bit discouraging. People can be discouraging and toxic and hateful, but there are some genuinely amazing people that play this game or make content, whatever. So I definitely agree with this one. This person also wanted to be anonymous, but they said the Belgians, and the Belgians was one of their favorite things about the game, and I completely 100% totally agree. I love the Belgians. I literally bought almost all of them. I think all of them except for like 3, and those are just because like I just don't like those ones. So I definitely agree. I love the Belgians, obviously. Denver in my realistic roleplay is a Belgian. So okay, moving on. This was somebody's least favorite thing about the game, and this was actually the same person who said that Sabine was their favorite thing about the game, also said that Sabine was her least favorite thing about the game. And this is so funny because she's a dark rider, and I feel like we forget that sometimes, and we're like, oh, Sabine, but at the end of the day, she's like trying to ruin us, so maybe we shouldn't, romanticize her so much. Okay, moving on. This person also wanted to be anonymous, but they said their least favorite thing about the game was the new characters, and I have to say I wholeheartedly, completely 100% disagree. Okay. I'm sorry to whoever this is to bust your bubble, but the old characters were crusty and they were tiny. Like, I was looking back at some old Star Stable pictures with my sister the other day, and I honestly did not realize how bad like the old characters were. Like, they were genuinely so tiny on the horses. Like, I genuinely, like, I would hate to have the old characters back. I do, for nostalgic purposes, it's cool to like look back and stuff, but I would I would cry if they switched back to the old characters, because the new characters, they just move way better on the horse and everything. I wish they had more like body types, because I don't know, like I've seen a lot of discussion where people are like, no, we shouldn't have tiny people because then you're just promoting anorexia, but I don't know, because some people are actually just skinny. Like some people are just that way. They have like a high metabolism or whatever, or maybe they're athletic. Like I have always been very small. Like I'm a very small person, and it's kind of weird because the old character honestly like looked a lot more about like my body type than the new character does, which is fine. Like it doesn't bother me that much. Like it's just a game, you know? But it would be kind of cool if they had some more body features, also like a more curvier one. I've seen a lot of people say something about that, but honestly, if they don't ever add that, like I wouldn't be mad, because I think our characters look fine. I seriously, like, I'm not upset if my character doesn't look exactly like me. Oh well, it's just a game. Like I don't want them to look exactly like me either. Like I don't have brown hair, my hair is blonde. Anyway, moving on. My ending statement is that I really like the new characters. They're way better than the old characters. They fit the new style of horses better, like way better. They just fit the style of the game a lot better, and I honestly really like the style of the game now. I get, you know, for nostalgic purposes you would want the old style of the game back. I understand that. I definitely understand that. But at the end of the day, it is just a better looking game now, with better looking horses and better looking characters. Guys, this is what happens when you don't look at the screen. Some of you might notice some of these are really old, and that's because they've literally been sitting in my community page and just rotting for the past like 2 months. I don't know, some of them are newer, some of them are older, but that's because I honestly forgot about them, and then I didn't have enough responses. And yeah, so the first response is from Dottie the Wiener Dog, and they said, my favorite thing about SSO is their updated characters because the old ones were so stiff. Okay, this is literally exactly what I was just saying. The old characters, they were very stiff. They did not fit the new horses at all. Like I have a picture of my old character on the Belgians, like on the first time I got a Belgian, and I was like, oh my god, it looks so bad. It doesn't match the new horses at all. And it's funny because we were totally blind to that. Like we wouldn't even have known. We were perfectly happy, which is good, obviously. Okay, the next response is from @Kyra's Life, and they said, my favorite thing about SSO is the newer parts of Jorvik, like Hollow Woods, that are really detailed and just feel magical. Okay, this is a really good point. I really like the new art style of the game, and I love Hollow Woods. I love Hollow Woods so much. I spend so much time there, mostly to collect fireflies, but you know what I mean. I love the new Hollow Woods. I love every area that they've updated. I cannot wait for them to update Epona, because it's such a cool place. Like Epona is genuinely such a cool place, and I think it would look, I don't know, I just kind of want to see what their vision for it is, you know. I'm just very curious. And also Dino Valley, like that would be so interesting. And they also said, something I don't like is how we only get 100 star coins each week, and there's no other way of getting them without paying actual money. This makes it so annoying for people who aren't allowed to buy that much in games like me, and have to wait almost 3 months to buy a horse. By the way, love your videos. Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. It kind of blows my mind that there's people out there that actually like enjoy watching my stuff, and like, even though it's not very many, I love each and every one of you guys. I think it's so amazing that there's people out there that actually like enjoy watching the stuff that I like to create. Anyway, about the star coins, I've had mixed feelings about this, because on the one hand, I feel like every time we bring this up to Star Stable, like a lot of people are like, we should have more star coins, blah blah blah. They give weird excuses like in-game economy. Maybe I'm just thinking about this wrong, but you know, they always say, you know, that would mess up the in-game economy. What economy exactly? Because this is a game where we only buy, and there's no way of earning money. We can't sell, we can't exchange from player to player. I don't really understand what economy there is in the game. Maybe I'm just dumb, and that's probably true, but from my minimal understanding of how economies work, I don't think you can say that upping it to 150 star coins a week, I don't see how that would mess up the in-game economy, especially since every single item now is so expensive. Like, if anything, you're messing the economy. The only reason why people are asking for more star coins is because everything is so much more expensive. It's because in-game quote-unquote inflation, but there shouldn't be any inflation in the game because there's no quote-unquote economy in the game. So that's just very strange to me. And I think the only reason why they up the prices is because they want people to buy star coins because there's inflation in real life. But still, like, the excuse that it will mess up the in-game economy really does not make sense to me. But also, I think people are kind of ignoring the fact that we're kind of getting 115 star coins a week. Pretty much, because they've been giving us codes, at least recently, they've been giving us codes like every single week. For a while now. It's been every week, or sometimes they give us 2 in a week, and I think that's super cool. And I think that's something a lot of people aren't taking into consideration. Like, okay, they're not upping the allowance, but they're giving us way more than they used to. Way more. Also, they've been giving us a lot more like items to work towards, and I think that's really cool too. And yeah, so I have mixed feelings about this. I don't think that the allowance should be upped, but I think that, I don't know if they can fix the situation that they created, but I think it's a little bit absurd to create inflation in the game when it's a fake world that doesn't have an economy, because we are only buying. We can't earn star coins, we can't exchange star coins, we can't sell for star coins, we can't sell from player to player. It doesn't really, and if somebody can explain it to me in the comments, like maybe you're like, oh no, this girl does not understand how economies work at all, please explain to me in the comments, because I would like to know why that excuse is very valid. Whenever I used to play on mobile all the time, I would always skip this race because this is really, really hard to do on mobile. And yes, I used to play on mobile because I didn't have a laptop for a little bit. So the next submission is from Sabrina McWave. They said, something I love about SSO is how detailed the horses are. As a professional horse girl, it makes my heart full seeing detailed horses like the Cell Francais. Okay, sorry, I struggle to be that. This is a really good point. All of the new horses, like especially the Dutch Warmblood, the Cell Francais, like those are some detailed horses. Like I look at their faces, I'm like, this could be a real horse. Like, let's be for real. And it makes me really happy as well that they do put time into that, because, you know, I mean, yeah, we want story quests and all that, but it is a horse game, and what would a horse game be without horses? Okay, I don't know about y'all, but I'm here because they have horses, and I like horses, and I like to do realistic role plays. And you know what makes realistic roleplays easier is when you have realistic horses. So I definitely agree that this is definitely one of my most favorite things about the game is the horses, because they are very, very realistic. There is no other horse game with horses like this. And it's not even that they're realistic in the sense that they look real. Like obviously the graphics are like a cartoonish, but it makes sense if you get what I'm saying. And they are realistic either way. Like they still are realistic. So yeah, I definitely agree with this. I think the horses are really, really good, especially recently with the Cell Francais and the Dutch Warmblood. Like they do such a good job with the new horses. And the Mustangs, guys, the Mustangs are really good. And the same person said, something I hate about SSO is the manipulation on SSO website and the login screen on laptop. It says that 5,000 star coins are $69.99. However, on mobile it says 5,000 star coins is $89.99. It's insane. Okay, yes, I've noticed this too. Do not buy star coins off of mobile ever. They are $20 more. It's $20 more to buy star coins, 5,000 star coins off of mobile than it is off of your laptop or off of the website. I think this is pretty crazy. I don't know. It's been like that for a long time. And I think it's pretty crazy they haven't fixed it yet, because I don't know, it kind of rubs me the wrong way, because there's no way that they aren't aware of this. I mean, people have been talking about it for a while, and the crazy thing is who are the people who are playing on mobile and who can buy straight off mobile? It's the iPad kids, okay? It's the little kids who are begging their parents to buy star coins for them. I feel like anyone who is older than that is smart enough to have realized by now that, you know, it's a different price on the website than it is on the app. But yeah, that is honestly very insane to me, and it's kind of hard for them. Like, what excuse is there to make for that? You know, like, I don't know. That is something pretty shady. That's pretty shady that I've noticed. Yeah, so Star Stable, please fix that, or at least tell us why you're doing that. But honestly, like, there's not really a good excuse for that. That is pretty crazy. And what other conclusion are people going to draw other than you're trying to manipulate children into spending $20 more than is necessary? Because that's quite a lot of money for, I mean, I guess, so, you know, relatively it's quite a lot of money. Like, that's a big difference. It's not a $1 difference, it's a $20 difference. $20 difference, that's, I don't know, it's pretty insane. I don't know if it's like a hint towards that it being that expensive in the future. If star coins goes up to $89.99 for 5,000 star coins, I am never buying star coins ever again. That is ridiculous. That is insane. For how many horses? Like 5 horses? I am not spending $90 on 5 horses. That is crazy. Anyway, moving on. Okay, y'all, that was the last submission. I appreciate everybody who commented and let me know what your guys' opinions were. I think it's really fun to interact with you guys. Again, please go follow me on Instagram if you want to be a part of this in the future. It's a lot easier to see if, you know, you can look at my story and see it. It just makes things a lot simpler. But yeah, so go follow me on Instagram. I'll put it on the screen, and then it'll also be in the description. And then there's also a direct link in my bio. That's all, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys have any more things that you like or dislike about this game, make sure to put them in the comments. Stay positive as always, and I will see you next time. Bye.